All right, we are here back on Board Game Arena with Tamara.
Yay!
I didn't even have to say sound off like you got a pair, woman. She takes all the fun away from me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a collected game for Tamara. She should love this. Before I make any choices, we're going to try to explain this game. So, you see the center board here.
Hmm?
This is where your collection comes in. More than nothing. This is where your collection comes from. This is your income right here. This diagonal line.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot cover up one of these unless everything to the left and below it are already covered. So at the beginning of the game, we have 0 income. We're going to be getting little tiles of all kinds of shit. You'll see in a minute when we actually start, we're going to get all kinds of food stuffs. But this board over here, we can collect all kinds of other shit. And when we get to the end of the worker placement time, then we can put stuff on the board. The idea is to fill up as many of these negative ones because that's our negative points for the game. This is how they do scoring. Instead of you earning points as you go, you are losing less points as you go. You will be earning some, but you're mainly just losing points. So you want to fill this board as much as possible. But there are also other boards you can add stuff to. There are islands that we can go to and collect to give us more spaces to add to. And I will tell you that you definitely will want to add probably at least 1 island. I've seen people add 2 and 3 islands, but for our first playthrough, you're probably going to at least want 1 island, just because when you get at the beginning of the game, it's going to feel like you can't add anything here. But we start with 5 workers. Each one of these we get each round. So next round we're going to have 6, then 7, then 8, and so on. So we're going to get more workers every round. But we have things like animals, we have animal carcasses, we have fish, we have the stuff that the animals make, we have boats that'll go down here. The boats will help us to go whaling, or to go fishing, or to go plundering, because, you know, Feast for Odin, Viking must be plundering. And what your workers do are they go on this board. And you have up here at the top, this is 1 worker, 2, 3, but it's 3, and you draw an occupation card, and then 4, and then you can play an occupation card. So you probably don't want to do a level 4 on your first play because you only have 5 guys. So you could do 5 turns if they were all level 1, or you could do 2 turns if it was a 4 and a 1. See what I'm saying? But it depends on what you feel you need. And there isn't one right way to do this. You can choose to go, like, say because you like farming and stuff like that, you want to go into collecting animals. That's what these pens are down here, is for you to collect animals. There's people that play this where that's their main thing, is just collecting animals and making points off the animals. Because I think if you have 2 of any one kind of animal, the next round they're going to breed and you'll end up with a third, and then you can kill the third, and you get the resources from doing so. Like sheep will give you wool, and if you have cows, you'll get milk. But I think you can also slaughter them to get like milk and or meat and hide. I don't know everything about this board. There are lots of things I do not know. So you may want to take a minute just to kind of look over the actions. And if you have any question on any one thing, ask. But if you hover over it, it will tell you. And I guess this is one that I probably ought to go ahead and tell you. I don't see them actually showing up. So normally you can see these resource mountain strips. Think of a strip that looks just, damn it, I'm pointing at the screen again. Get your cursor. I can't use my cursor because I can't move it. Think of a strip of cardboard that looks just like that picture you see there that has, I think it's 7 spots on it. And in those 7 spots from left to right can be wood, stone, ore, and money. The first slots are always wood. The next slots are stone, then ore, then money is last. But they can be different amounts of things. So you could have 4 wood and just 1 stone. Or you could have 2 wood and 3 stone. So, and there's multiple of these tiles that'll be laying out for us to choose from. And this is a good one to do kind of early on, which there are different levels of it. So like this one here is take 4 resources from 1 strip, and you may upgrade 2 different tiles upwards 2 steps. And this is a good time for me to explain that. So if you look over here on your board, you see right now you have this red thing at the bottom. That is a horn of mead. The tiles have 4 colors. In the game, you would have, if you were playing the regular board game, you would have a big ass fucking tray of tiles. And you would have red, yellow, blue, and green. Yeah, red and yellow are on one tile, blue and green are on the other tile. And when you upgrade, I believe it is red to yellow, you just flip your tile. Then when you upgrade from yellow to green, you would go for the same. It's not really a Tetris piece because they don't make weird shapes. They're typically straight. But like you'll go from a 2 that is yellow to a 2 that is green. And then you can flip that one if you upgrade again. So with this one saying that you can upgrade 2 tiles upward 2 steps, that means you can go from red to yellow and then automatically to green with 2 different tiles. So it's really nice. And upgrading is something that you need to do because if they are food, like your Horde of Mean here, that can only go to feed your workers the feast at the end of the play of the turn. So we're going to have to place things into these squares here. And only food can go here or money. We can pay them off. But mainly you want to put food here. Food cannot go on this board. Nothing red and nothing yellow goes on this board. Only blue and green. Green goes on this board, but not touching itself. So you can't put a 2x2 here of green and then a 2x2 of green here. It would have to be a 2x2 of green here and then a 2x2 of green here, which then you would have to have something to fill in those, which would be blue. But blue can touch blue anytime, anyway. So getting things to blue is best. But you don't want to upgrade all of your food stuff to get it onto this board because, again, you got to feed your workers. And as per usual, I've only played this game like once or twice. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm going to take it as easy as you as I can. I'm not going to try to stomp you. And I will help you at any point in time you need it. So just ask if you have a question. When you're filling this board, do not cover up these spaces if at all possible. These are free spaces. And they're not only free spaces, but they are payout. So if you can manage to get every block around this hoard of mead covered without covering it, every time we get paid, which we get paid 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 rounds, so we should get paid. It's 6 or 7 times. So if you can get this surrounded and not covered pretty early, you're going to get 6 or 7 of them. In all truthness, you're probably only going to get like 4 or 5 because it's probably going to take you a couple rounds to get to that point. But every time we go to a new round, you're going to get one of these as payment. Same for if you can do this one, it'll get you a wood. This one will get you an ore. That one, I can't remember what that symbol is, and this one's stone. So I'm first. I need to pick my occupation, then you'll pick yours. So this is a messenger. It's worth 0 points. If I go to the weekly market, I can get 1 stone and 1 ale every time I go to the weekly market. And I have no idea. Oh, hey, here they are. I didn't even see these tabs. These are our islands that are available that we can get. Fucking hell. So this is what I was talking about other little islands. And look at the resources you can gather on these. Some of these are huge. Like this right here, if you can get that surrounded, that's like a 3x2 block of shit you can cover with that. If you can upgrade it to green or blue because it's a red tile. This one here gives you a free fucking sheep if you can get all the way up there. This is a hide, which is, I believe, what this turns into. So, and that's, like I said, a 3x2 tile, cover up a lot of shit. This one gives you a stone and an ore. I have no fucking clue what that is. This is another huge tile here.
I think those are mountaintops.
These are our mountain strips we have available right now. So did I count it right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. And these don't depict what I was saying as well because both of them have 3 wood at the beginning. But you'll see how this one is 1 stone, then 2 ore. And this one's 2 stone and then 1 ore. It could literally just be 1 wood, 4 fucking stone, an ore, and money. It's any... the tile tells you, and we're going to put new ones out of those out all the time. This is a special board that unless we get to it, I barely ever get anything off this board when I play. But there's ways of doing it where you can get multiple things. But like if you can get this crown, that is a 5 wide by 3 tall block you get to cover on your main board. And these are not blue or green. They are special tiles. They can cover anything and attach to any and connect to anything. And so you have all different kinds of weird shapes. Some are easy to fit, some are harder to fit, like the anchor and the crown are a bit of a pain to fit. And if you can get the crown, it's worth 2 points. Everything else has no point value, but if you can get the crown, it's worth 2, but it costs you 16, which we'll get to what that cost is. And oh, here's the conversion. So, see, this is the mead. So, this is what mead is when it's yellow. Then it upgrades to the mead. This is peas, if I remember correctly. And then if you upgrade it, you get a barrel. And then if you upgrade that, it's a. That actually looks like one of the special tiles. Huh. But it's whatever that is. So you can just upgrade. Like apparently the sheep doesn't have a low tier. This is like a 4x2 tile, and you get 2 points if you still have this at the end of the game. Cow is a 3x4, and you get 3 points if you have it on your board. Or if you still have it at the end of the game, you can't put it on the board because it's red. But if you upgrade it, you get a coach. And if you upgrade that, you get whatever the hell that is.
Those are rune stones.
Oh, okay.
And the casket is oil.
Okay. And then these are huts. They're like little village tiles. They're kind of like the island where you can put things on them. But these can actually have food on them. You see here, yellow can't touch yellow, red can't touch red, green can touch green on these boards, and blue can touch blue on these boards. That's what this little thing is for. And then if you have a thing where you're going to the mountain a lot, you'll want to get one of these because you can just throw wood and stone on them. And this up here is this here is what the board is worth. So this board, when you collect it, is worth 8 points minus 6 points. So when you get it, it's only worth 2. But if you can cover all those up, then this board itself is going to be 8 points for you. This one is 17 minus 15 because there's 15 minus signs on it. But if you can get all them covered up, this one will give you 17. And then this is a mixture between the two where you need to put a wood and a stone, and then you can also fill shit in. And again, if you can surround these things, you get this as payment. And it's really nice when they're on the edge here, because then you only have to fill in 5 instead of 8 around it. So those are nice to get. I'm trying to, right here, build 1 shed for 2 wood. That's the one that collects the wood and the stone. Build a stone house for 1 stone. That's the other one that can take anything. And then this is a longhouse, which is a bigger one. And then this is build 1 longhouse and a boat, a canard, it's a small boat, or a stone house and 1 long ship for, shut up, I misclicked. So you can pick one or the other if you do this one. But that is where you get those things. And then this is where you buy your boats. This is your whaling boat, which is the smallest boat. This is your canard, which is the medium boat. And this is your long ship, which is your big boat. And you use those boats to go pillaging or whaling. And it'll tell you on the thing, if you have a canard, pay a silver to upgrade things. Raiding, if you have a long ship. So if you want to go raiding, you have to have a long ship. If you want to go fishing, Fishing is one of these. Damn it! That's whaling. That's whaling. That's the hunting game. That's the snare game. Fishing's on here. I know it is, but um, these are really important because these are overseas trading. If you have a Canar, you can upgrade any. You can pay a silver to upgrade any number of different green goods. So if you had a whole pile of green goods, you can pay 1 silver and upgrade all of them as long as they are different. So you couldn't do 2 of the same thing, but you could do 15 if they're all different. So this is a really good spot. And that's only 1 worker. And then you have this one, which is pay 1, and that's the same fucking one. If you have a Canar, buy up to 2 goods from the oval board. That's this one. So you can buy 2 things off of here. And I believe you have to roll for that one, or you're paying for them with coins. I'm not sure which. And then there's the plundering, which is after pillaging. This is where you buy your islands. This is playing cards. So let's actually get into the game. I think I've ran my yap long enough. So draw until you have 2 of each. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. So this is my choice. And now you get to make
Okay,
your
I have
choice.
2 different choices.
Mm-hmm.
I have robber, which is raiding and pillaging. I also shared my screen case.
Yep, I'm looking
Meaning
at it.
you can take a green good instead of a blue one. Green goods have a sword value equal to their blue back. Or
Okay.
thing spokesman. In the action phase, I can return to your thing square.
Okay, that would be this place right here. So basically, what this one's saying, if I understand it, is you can pay money to take your workers back so you can do more shit. So if you can figure out a way of making money, because the only way right now to get money that I know of is off of the mountain, and you got to get to the very end of it to get the money. But if you can find one of these tiles that you can exchange things for money, then this would be really good. The other one, green goods. Oh, sword value. This would be if you wanted to do the plundering, the pillaging and the plundering. So rather than just paying, you see these cards right here? Like I have a bow, a trap, and you're moving your screen so I can't see it. Look at our things.
Oh, yeah.
I have a bow, a trap, and a spear, I believe that is. You have a trap, a bow, and again, I believe it's a spear. You don't have a sword. If you look, hover over this one right here that is pillaging, there's a mini game. Not that one, the next one over. Sorry. Nope, shit, it ain't that one. Hold on, let me look at my board. That one, rating. The fishing, the hunting, or the whaling, the hunting, the trapping, and the raiding all have this little dice rolling mini game where you get to roll your dice multiple times, and you need to either get a low number or a high number, depending on which game it is you're playing. But if you look on the side, you see this one where it has a die. That's the top thing because it's a 8-sided die.
Mm-hmm.
A sword card or stone is what that's saying. So you need to get a certain number. Like I said, some of them are low, some of them are high. I think the ratings are high numbers. So you want to get, I'm almost positive it says on that thing, roll an 8-sided die, increase it using sword cards and stone. You may take a blue good with a sword's value equal to or lower than your result. So, what this is saying is you can use green cards as swords. So, this would actually be a way if you wanted to try to get to that crown. Shit, that's the boats. If you want to try to get these are something you can get from raiding, but you only have an 8-sided die. So you would have to have 8 value. You would have to roll an 8, and then you would have to have enough swords and stone to total 16. So you'd have to have 8 sword cards or 8 stone or a combination of the two to get to that crown. This would give you another option because you could throw away or spend green cards, green tokens that you have, and use them as swords in that. So that's kind of a thing of, do you want to go for pillaging? Is pillaging something you want to do? If not, you don't want to do this one. You want to do this one. If you want to have more chances to hit things on this board and do something else, you want that one. Okay, so now we just went through this phase here, which is where we get our income. We get income on this on the first 2. We don't get an income on round 3. We get an income on 4, not on 5, on 6, not on 7. But we have to pay these guys all 7. So this food is going to go, a lot of it is going to go up here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this time while you're looking at your actions to show you how this is done. So you do have the color match thing. No yellows next to yellows. So you would do it like this, but then I have a 2 slot here that needs to be filled. I can put those here, but I'm wasting 2 slots by doing so because they only need the bottom 2. Now, I could also do it like this, and I could move this down here, and I could put this in here. But then I have 1 slot open. So I'd need a coin to put there, or I'd have to find something else that, and there isn't any 1 slots that I know of. And this is flax, and it upgrades to something pretty decent if I remember correctly, so you may not want to do that. But that's how that part works. But we don't have to do this until all of our workers are done. So, Tamara's playing first. What are you looking at?
Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. I find while she's taking a second. I find this game to be a pain if you have issues with making decisions because there are so many choices. But I don't have that as an issue because I've always gone with just do something even if it's wrong. So I just pick something. But there are definite strategies to this game once you play it enough where you can go full into like one thing and it can pay off greatly. Like animals. Animals is one that I've seen people do that pays off greatly because you get an animal every time for if you have two of them, and then you can, slaughter that one animal, or you can just collect tons of them.
Okay. So I have to put it on the table?
What do you mean? No. You right now your job is to pick one of these slots that you want to put one or more of your workers onto. You have to pick one of these
Okay.
things to go do.
I don't have nothing.
If you want to do that one, you need to go to the mountain to get the wood.
Right.
So that would be this one here. Or one of these four in this row. This one would allow you to do two. Okay, so now you can take two resources from a strip. Doesn't matter for these strips because they're all fucking wood for the first three. But you can't take one wood here and one wood here. You have to take two from this one or two from this one. And the only thing that matters on which one is which way you want to do it.
Confirm.
Which one do you want to get to quicker? Okay, so now that she's taken this option, I can't take this option. See how it's grayed out? She stole that for this round. So if I really wanted to do that, she just fucked me. But it's fine. Because if I was an ass, I would just do this one and I'd take one of her wood away from her. Well, I'm not an ass. But that means if I want to go to the mountain, I have to pay 3. But I get to take 3 from one mountain strip and 2 from a different mountain strip. So it costs me 3 times as much as it did her, but I get 5 times as much shit. And this is in the third column, so I actually get to play my card. Now, the problem with this is I can't, they're over here. And they show up. I was going to say, I can't see these, so I don't know what the weekly market is. But right there is the weekly market. So anytime that I go and see the coin thing I was telling you about, the weekly market, receive 1 fruit, 1 oil, 1 silver, and a salted meat. So that's where you would be getting your income. So if I had that card that you had come up that needed a coin, I'd be going for the weekly market every turn because I can get 1 coin from the weekly market. So I think, therefore, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this one. That way I can play my card so that every time I go to the weekly market, not only do I get the stuff at the weekly market, I also get a stone and a horn of ale. So, must choose when to... Oh, shit, I did the wrong one. That's the draw an occupation. I need this one to play an occupation. But I don't want to do that right now. So I'm still doing what I chose. but I can draw another one. So let's see what it is. But now, since she went, I get to take 3 from 1. So I can actually get a wood, a stone, and an ore. Ore can be placed on this board as a 1 slot thing. It can also be used in the pillaging ship. It can be used in one of your ships. I don't remember which one it is. But I don't have a reason that I need 3 wood right now. So, but I'm going to get 3 wood anyways. So I'm going to take the 3 from this one. And then I'm going to take 2 from this one. That way I have 3 wood. I don't have 5 wood. But then I also have a stone and an ore if I need it. But that means that next round, if she needs coins, she can just take 2 and get a double coin. So I may have helped her out in the next round. Not in this round, because the only thing she can do now in this would be this one, and that would be a waste because it's take 4. And I don't think she has. Oh, yeah, she does have 4. Speaking of, let's get her screen up here. Can you hit F11, please? So we don't have all your bullshit around the game? Thank you. So now you have wood. Now you can buy one of these things here if you choose. You can also get you a boat if you want. So if you want to go whaling or if you want to go raiding, you just need to look at which one you need. Also, the islands. You have to have a boat to go to the islands. If you look down here at the beige ones under rating, I think that's the ones. Yeah, that one. Okay, so that one is any 3 boats. Go to the next one. That is, you have to have those 2 boats to get those islands. And the islands we have available, you can see by clicking this. And yeah, if you want whatever that says, you have to have that boat. So this is what we have available to us right now. So if you want the Shetlands, I believe that was in the first one. You can have any boat for that. I think Greenland is one of the further out ones. So you have to have one of the 2 bigger boats for that, I believe. Iceland might be in that same list.
Shetlands and the Faroe Islands require any of the boats.
Yep.
Iceland and Greenland is the
Canar and Longship.
Nar and the Longship. Iceland, Labrador, and Newfoundland,
Which we don't have
which we
available.
don't have.
But they're going to come. There's a possibility they can come out. There's multiple islands, and new ones will come out every time we go to feast. When we go to feast and we go to the next round, because what we're doing right now is not a round. We are in round 1. Even though you're playing multiple times and I'm playing multiple times, this is all considered round 1. Once we are out of workers and do the feast, then we'll go to round 2. And at that time, a new island will come out, and every island that is currently out, I believe, will get a silver added to it as a incentive to take those over the new one that just came out.
Okay.
And I think eventually they will start falling off. They'll go away. Don't remember the rules on that one. So if you want one of these early ones, it's probably a good idea to take it somewhat early. Now, Like I said, last time I played this, which I did not do very well in choosing my actions, I was able to fill up my entire center board, one of the longhouses or storage things, and started on an island. So at minimum, you're going to want one island probably, because I'm assuming you will probably make better choices than I did. You're way more fucking patient than I am, and we'll sit here and study this shit and figure out what's good. Where I'm just going to go, yeah, that looks good, I'm taking it. And you have the greatest teacher that's ever lived here to support you. Don't cough on that. Don't gag on that. It's not that hard to take down. I know it might be a whole lot of bullshit, but come on, you can stomach it.
Mm. Huh.
What you looking at? Take 3 resources.
That's that fish.
Mm-hmm. But remember, getting it up to fish doesn't get it on your board. It getting it to fish will do nothing for you unless you have a longhouse where you can put it on that or a shed, whatever. Upgrading it for the feast does absolutely nothing. Upgrading it twice,
Okay.
getting it to green, will get it on your main board. And I actually, unless I have a way of picking something in mind that I'm going to, oh, hey, I'm going to go collect this thing for the feast, I typically will pick what I'm putting on my feast from the beginning. And it's typically the peas, the ale, and the salad. And I just waste 2 points. So think of that when you're doing your upgrade. I would upgrade if you want it instantly on the board or able to be put on the board. Your ale is your best choice because it's red and it'll go to green. But that means you have to use 3 yellow things for the feast, which is not possible. They have to be split. Hold on, let me look. Hold on. Right here. This shows you red can be next to yellow. Yellow cannot be next to yellow. So you can't put 3, like they wouldn't let me do this. Well, I'd have to turn that. Do you see how those are red? They won't let me do that because yellow can't be next to yellow. The red one is what will give you something to split that up. That's allowed. So upgrading this to green will get it to where it can be played here, but then you have to find something red to put in its place here. Or a coin. If you go to the weekly market and you get that, you'll get a coin and a fish. You could use that. You could go here and just get a thing of beans and put a silver on the board in between them. It's all up to you. So, since you played while I was fucking off, what did you end up upgrading?
I turned it into milk.
Oh, you turned your peas into milk. Okay.
I turned my peas into milk.
Okay. So are you looking to turn that into wool then?
Thinking about it.
Okay. Now there is a spot on the board, if I can find it. It's not in the hunting. Uh, this one. If you have 1, 2, or 3 sheep, nope, that's the sheep one. That's not it, jackass. This one. If you have a wool, you can turn it into a coat. So you can take it from a 2x2 to a 3x3. You receive 4 silver, and you may pay 1 wool to receive 1 robe. So not only can you upgrade it to a bigger tile, you get 4 coins as well. And then it also has the silverware thing too. And I believe there's
If you add
one.
an extra, if I add an extra silverware to it, if I add an extra silver to it, I can also receive jewelry.
No, this is pay a silverware, not a silverware, which is one of our tiles.
Oh.
If you look
okay.
at this, it's this one here. So if you upgrade the flax to a fish, the fish to a fur, and a fur to silverware, you can pay the silverware to upgrade it to jewelry. So it goes from a 3x1 to a 2x4. So that's really good if you can get one of them before doing this, because you'd end up getting 4 coins, an extra, a 2x2 to a 3x3, and a 3x1 to a 2x4. That is a really good thing. That does cost you 4 workers to do this. That's why they are so great, is because they're going to take most of your workers to do it. Okay, so it's my turn. I only have 3 workers left because I picked a 3 worker slot. So I think now that I have wood, I'm going to go ahead and get me a shed for 2 of my wood. So now I have this shed down here where I can throw pieces of stone and wood down there. And you do not need to do this till the end of the game. There is no benefit to doing this early, but you can never take the stuff off, I believe, once you put it on there. Same with this board, same with the islands. Once you dedicate it to there, it's stuck. So don't go happy stuffing shit if you may end up needing shit later. Okay, back to Tamara now.
I'm going to
Go hunting? You have 2 bows.
go
Oh no,
hunting.
that's me. You only have 1 bow to help. You also... So, you have 3 rolls. You need the lowest amount. So you want to get to 0. Right now, you have a 2 out of 8, because this is an 8-sided die. And you have 1 bow and a wood. So you can pay either the 2 wood or the bow and 1 of the woods to get to 0 and you succeed. Or you can roll the dice again.
I do it this one. Nope.
That's a very good fucking choice. Because if you end up with 8, you're
Nope.
fucked. So,
Yeah.
very good choice. And by doing that, you now have a fur, which either can be upgraded like we just talked about to the silverware, or it can just be placed straight on the board. So you could actually, if you wanted to, cover up this 0 income by putting that right across here, or standing it up and putting it here. So you're actually helping yourself get another mead. And then at the end of the round, you will make 1 income of silver, where I currently will be getting nothing. And every silver is a spot on this board, because you can fill in spots with silver. Silver or ore can go on this board. So getting your income up is a very good idea. But That depends. Do you want to do that, or do you want to do your do you want to upgrade it to silverware to try to do this spot? Or do you want to upgrade it to silverware because it's blue and blue can touch blue, green cannot touch green? So maybe you want to upgrade this meat to whatever the meat turns into. Let me go back to my screen here so I can.
Okay.
So the meat would get turned into this one. Now, turning this into that would be good, except if you don't upgrade this, you can't put
Skin and bones.
You can't put the skin and bones next to the fur. One of them needs to be upgraded. Right here, this right here explains greens cannot be next to each other, blues can. So you would have to do the let's see, is it this one? Buy up to 2 goods from the oval board. I thought there was one. You'll have to look while I'm doing my turn. But I believe there's an upgrade thing where you can upgrade 2 different things. Yeah, right there. Upgrade 2 tiles. Upgrade 3 tiles. Upgrade 4 tiles. Or upgrade 3 different tiles upwards 2 steps. So that one, you couldn't do it this turn, but you could do it next turn because this is a 4-person or a 4-worker thing. You could upgrade this twice, and oh yeah, that only needs to be upgraded once. But you could upgrade your milk and this twice to get it to blue. So that would be a good one for those too. You just have to not do it this turn. So you'll have to figure out, you'll have to hold them till you don't lose shit. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so my turn. I only have 2 people. So I have to pick something from this, or I can do 2 of these. So I don't need a stone house right now. Building a canard is a good idea, but I don't have the wood. I could go do the hunting game, do the same thing she just did. I can lay a snare, which a snare needs snare cards, which I actually have, or trap cards, which I actually have a trap. But I don't think I want to do that right now. I could pay a silver to receive a sheep, which I don't have any, so I can't do that. Can't do that. I can receive a flax and a stockfish and a silver. And see what I actually, that's a 3. I need a 2. There are no 2s on this damn board. Pay 1 stone to receive 1 silver and 1 rune. The rune can go on my board. Okay, Bear's doing this because then that means that I can take this off. I can take this off, or no, I want to put this on. I want to turn this and put it on, and then I want to take and just pay this asshole off. So that works, and I'm not giving up 2 points or 2 spots by putting this on the board. And then I can go ahead and put this on my board here so I can get an income. Because there is nothing below the 0. So I will get 1 income. So save that. That is now locked into being there. And it is your turn. Now, you do have one snare. You don't have any stone, though. So, doing that one may not be the best idea. You do have 2 coins. You could buy you a sheep.
Could do I have to cover up the handheld coins on the board?
Yes, you have to cover these up to get your income, which means you have to get something that's blue or green to go on that. So if you're trying to get to 2 income, you would need something like this. If you want to get to 1 income, you could just get like let me go to mine real quick so I can see. Like this right here, you can turn your flax into linen. That would give you a green to put on there, and then you could pay 1 fur and 1 linen because you have a fur already to get a coat, and 2 silver. That's a really good one right there. But you don't have enough to do that this turn, is the problem, because you only have 2 workers right now. And this is a 2-worker spot, but you'd have to get the linen turned, the flax turned into linen first. And that also depends on if you need linen to go up there.
Okay.
Hold
I
on,
just decided to get me a boat.
Okay, you just bought a boat. You got a canard. Okay. Which is a good thing, because then you can go whaling. And you can also go get you an island. I have no reason to get an island right now because I don't have anything to put on it. But I'll probably be getting one next turn. Now, I can only do one of these 1 things here. And my flax is getting used, so I can't do what I just suggested to you to do. I can upgrade 2 tiles. And I think that might be what I do. Take 1 resource from a mountain strip and upgrade 1 tile. What have got on mountain strips right now? 1 wood is what I would get. So do I want to just upgrade my ale? Or do I want to upgrade? Yeah, let's just do this. And I'll take the wood. And then I will upgrade this. So now it's a barrel. And because it's green and these are blue, I can put that on there, which starts getting my horn of ale covered around and prepares me to get more income. So that's what I'm going with. Now we'll look at your board and take your time. Fair enough.
I'm thinking maybe upgrading 2 tiles. Then if I upgrade 2 tiles, what do I upgrade? Hmm? I was about to say, can I? I can't go whaling. I only have one person. Stockfish? Huh. Okay. Okay, I still have 2 silver. Receive salted meat. The salted meat can give me the linens that I need. Or pay the flax. Yeah. If you have a Knar, which I think I don't. I don't have. Do I have a Knar? No, whaling boat. Draw 1 occupation and receive 1 silver?
Okay, so what that is these cards that we chose at the beginning. You'll notice that they are not played. They are currently in our hand because we have not played them yet. I currently have 2 of them. You have 1, which I can't see. Looking at my board, I don't know what you have, but I do know what you have because I can look. So basically, what that action does is allow you to draw a second one. So, but then you're going to have to do one of the other ones, like this one, to play 1 or 2 occupations. Like I'm going to want to do this next round so I can play my occupations, or any of the 4 workers, the ones you automatically get to play 1. So it's kind of one of those things
Ah!
of what.
Pay 1 stone or to play an occupation.
And receive a silver. So you're technically, the reason why that one is different is that you're exchanging a silver for 1 of your stone or 1 of your ore. So you have an ore right now. The only reason
Right.
I can see to do this with the ore, because ore can go on your main board, is if you need the silver to pay your food for your people at the feast. Then you could change something that can't be fed to them to something that can be fed to them. Otherwise, I don't see where that's useful for the ore. For the stone, absolutely, because stone can't go anywhere on your boards unless you have the stockpile that I have. But you don't have a stone, so it doesn't matter. And you also have a silver to feed your people with, so I don't think it matters for that.
I think I want to get
A stockfish.
a stockfish.
Okay. It's going to cost you your silver to do so.
Right.
And please take a moment and put your stuff on the feast for me, how you're thinking of using it.
There
Mm-mm.
is a 3. Take
Nope.
this as the stockfish.
Okay.
Take this as the stockfish.
Okay, we can go with that. It won't let you do it, but I understand. You want those 3 slots, which leaves 1 slot left. So what's going in that
Which
1
then
slot?
I can turn this.
Correct.
And then the stockfish right there.
Okay. Now, question for you.
Or yeah.
In doing this, you're going to basically lose a slot because you're standing it up. Why
I
not
know.
use your other coin and put your other coin there in that slot and put the stockfish on the other side?
Yeah.
Unless
Should I
you
do the
have that other
stockfish
coin.
first?
That has no meaning whatsoever. Does not matter if
Okay.
the placement order.
Okay. Then I will buy a stockfish.
Okay.
And then I use a coin to fill in the spot.
Very good.
So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. My feast
Okay.
is done.
Okay. So you may place goods on your board before receiving income. Income comes first. So if there's anything you have that you can place on the board, now's the time to do it. Mine are already placed. So I hit done. You are now doing yours. And the reason why that matters that you get your income before the feast is basically this horn of ale or any other food from other, like the islands. This one has a thing of salad. This one has cabbage. This one has milk, peas, flax. You could get this income if I got the Shetland Islands and I covered all of this. I could actually get this as my income and use it for the feast in the same round. Hey, Tamara's winning.
Does this work?
Does what work? Hold on 1 second. Does this work? Yes, this works. You will get 1 income.
Okay. You have unsaved changes.
Yep.
And I think
Save
that's
and done.
everything I can do. Save
Yeah,
and
that's
done.
everything you do.
You may
Okay,
place food.
which we've
You may
already
place
done.
goods on your feast board.
Yep, which we've
Which we've
already
already
done.
done.
So save and done.
Save and done.
Now they gobbled up all their food. You may place goods on your board before receiving bonuses. Now is when we receive our bonuses, which neither of us will receive any because we haven't got any yet. And so apparently I was wrong. So take everything I said about you don't get the bonuses until after the feast. You get the income before the feast. So the coins can be used to feed these assholes, but the bonuses can't. But neither one of us have a bonus coming to us yet, so this just doesn't matter. And we have nothing else we can put on there. Okay, so now we got our income, and you'll notice we got an extra worker. But with an extra worker, that means we have extra mouths to feed. We have an extra slot we now have to feed. And keep in mind, next round, there is no income. But we still have to
Okay.
pay the feast and an extra slot. So don't go, you've got tons of food right now, but don't go thinking you can upgrade all that unless you have a way
No.
that you want to earn some food to feed these assholes next time. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 that we have to feed this time, and 8 we have to fill next time. So we need to have 15 slots of food over the next 2 rounds. You're doing good on that because you have probably the whole 15 if you chose to use everything you have. I do not. I'm going to have to get some food this time around.
Okay, so I'm leaving that there because that's okay. I must
Now,
take an action.
yes, you get to take your action first, and you now have 7 workers to choose from. And you'll see we have a new mountain strip, so all new wood available. Every round, we'll get a new mountain strip come out. Or if you want to get to some money, you can get to some money quickly from the old mountain strip. Speaking of, does anybody remember the thing I was planning? This is my issue with these games, by the way, because my memory is so crap. I had said I was doing something so I could do something next time, and I've completely forgotten what that thing was I was doing next time. Oh, you'll also notice that we drew more weapon cards. So now you have 3 spears, I believe, and I have an extra
You must choose
bow
when
and
to
spear.
draw an occupation after action.
Okay, so you emptied that one and took 2 wood from the other one. Now you can draw you an occupation card. So, snare specialist.
Immediately after each time you use the laying a snare action space with 2 Vikings, if you succeed, you can discard 2 snares to return one of the placed Vikings to your thing square and use it again later this round.
That is an awesome occupation if you want to go
He's
into doing the snare thing every time, once every round. Which, let me go to my screen, which is this one here. So you can get a pelt, because it has to be this one. You can't do the first one, which the first one isn't a laying a snare thing, but it's this one, because that's hunting. It's this. If you do this one and you're successful, you can take back a worker. So you pay 2, but if you're successful, you'll get 1 back. So you'll only technically be paying for 1 to do a 2x. Okay, so I want to get this out. So I need to either do a 4 action, or I need to do the one we were talking about that was down here, play 1 or 2 occupations. I have 2 occupations. I have no idea what the other one is because I haven't looked at it. Oil seller. Immediately after each time you use an action space with an upgrade 1 good action, you can exchange 1 oil for 1 silverware. So that is the barrel that I placed on my board. That is oil, apparently. So I could actually, I could actually make good use of that if I can get this covered and get this. Because then every round I would get a thing of mead, and mead is what makes oil. So if immediately means immediately means I don't have to wait. I can do it right then. After each time you use that space to upgrade, which I could use to upgrade that mead to the barrel, I can exchange the barrel for silverware. So I can turn a free thing of mead into a 1x3 silverware every round if I can keep your ass off of those 2 upgrade slots. So I got to distract you off of those slots.
Mm-hmm.
I need one of those laser pointers.
Nope.
You work like a cat?
No.
Damn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, since that looks like a good option for me to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can play both of these and get them out, which now means anytime I go here to the weekly market, I will get, I think it's stone and a coin. No, these actually work really good together because I get a stone and a meat. So every round I can just go to the market and get something. It's going to give me a mead, and then I go and upgrade immediately and upgrade that mead into the barrel, which then turns into the silverware. Those work great together. And now, by the way, Timmer's still winning. Stop it. You have 80 points. I have 82 points. I had 83, but this card is worth 1 point. She's winning. I don't like it. Okay, it's your turn. What memory? I don't remember a memory. Yeah, I don't have one. If Timur is winning, it's time for Bear to lose. Bear always loses, except in board games. I typically win board games. That's because I typically play games with her I know. So you have your choice between, what are you looking at here?
I was thinking maybe Stone House.
Okay, and the stone house is the one, if you go back in there to those things,
Ooh.
I believe that's the one that she's not. She's off in Camerland again. Click on the
Yep.
thing to show us the things again. Thank you. This is the longhouse. This is a shed. This is the stone house. So this is the one you would be getting if you did that option.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Now you can go back to Camerland. Receive a fruit, an oil, a silver, and a salted meat. That does cost you 3 workers to do, but yes, that is a very nice. That one gets you a spice. You can get 2. You don't have a cow or a sheep though, so that one wouldn't do you much good
I know.
unless you get a cow or a sheep, which you can get on a 3-player, 2 or 3, up to.
Mm-hmm.
She's completely off on another tangent now. But you have to have silver to do this, which you do. You have 3 silver. So you could buy
Yep.
yourself a sheep or you could buy yourself a cow.
Huh.
And from what I have seen, the animal strategy, if you choose to go that way, can be very profitable.
Yeah.
I've never done it. One of these days I'm going to try it, but I've never done it. But I've seen others fiddle with it. But you gotta kind of there's a new one. There's an expansion for this game that I don't think we can do, which is the Norwegian expansion that adds pigs. And I believe the pigs breed better than the sheep and the cow. But I don't remember exactly how it's done. Look at her. She's up to negative 79 now. I'm gonna have to start putting a whooping on this girl. Okay, so I need to go to the market. What do I want from the market? I probably want this. I don't think I want to do this, because that's going to end up giving me an extra barrel that I don't need. Though, I do need extra food. I do need to do some upgrading. And having an extra barrel is not a bad idea, because once I do the upgrade, I can then... where's that upgrade? Upgrade 2 tiles. Upgrade 3 tiles. Upgrade 4 tiles.
Quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
The cards, your occupations, once you play them, they're good for the rest of the game?
Correct.
Okay.
And you can have as many of them as you want. I'm just thinking about how many workers I have and what I'm going to be able to get done this time around. So I need to pay these assholes. I can't do this because they're the same. I could do this and put a coin here. That would get this taken care of. This upgrades to salted meat, which upgrades to linen. This upgrades to milk, which upgrades to wool. And we already discussed this action, some fuck off where. This, no, not that one. Where's the one that you seen that took? It looks like that one. Is it that one? Oh, it might be that one. So that wouldn't work.
It's the 4-player at the very end.
I would need the flax.
Down one? That one.
No, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one that you put 2 things together to get a much bigger tile. And I think it's this one. I don't know if there's another one on the board somewhere. But I'm thinking this is the one I'm thinking. Which means I need a fur and a linen, not a wool. And to get a fur, I need a fish or flax. I have flax, it's on my board. And a linen is this, so I'd have to upgrade both of them to get to these, and then I could get me because that's a really big tile to cover up a lot of shit on here. But honestly, I shouldn't be thinking about that right now, because what I want to do is I want to get this covered, and I need small shit to cover this, so I shouldn't be thinking about that right now. But the reason why I'm thinking about it is because I'm thinking if I want to use this, or if I want to upgrade my salad, which would turn to milk, which would turn to wool. And the wool, I believe, is the one you were talking about. Yeah, this one. Which would turn, and that would be really good for me because I'm going to turn my barrel into silverware. So I could do this, play the long game, as they say. I could save one of these peas, go ahead and upgrade it to a milk, so I could then upgrade it to wool. And then next round, okay, everybody heard me say this, so when I forget that this is what I'm doing, you'll know what I had planned. So, first thing I'm going to do is go to the market, because obviously we're going to the market. So, do I want to pay 3? Then I would only have a 2 option left. I would get meat and fruit. If I do that, I definitely want to get, not you, you're an island. I don't want an island. I definitely want, no, that's the wrong thing. This. I definitely want to get one of these. Do you know what this is? Can you figure out what this is? I don't know what that is. Because
What?
this thing that looks like a bean,
Oh, hold on.
you know she has the freaking rule
Yes,
book
I do have the
open.
wiki.
You know she does. She's a nerd. I know it and you know it. But I'm assuming this is a bonus and I need to surround it, not cover it. And what I'm thinking is that fruit is a 3x3, and unless I upgrade it, which I could do, I want to put it on one of those boards. Because you can only put food on one of these boards. This board or this board. But I can't put it on this board, it won't fit. I can put it on this board, but it's going to cover something. And I'm assuming I want to cover this, but I don't. But I'm waiting on her to figure out what the hell this bean is. If you have a way of looking up, it's a longhouse tile.
Note that you cannot cover the pillar spaces in the longhouse.
Oh, those are ones you can't cover. Okay, so yeah, that would either take away a barrel, which we've already discussed is not a good idea because of my occupation card. I could cover beans, which would be bad because I wouldn't get the beans or salad. This is peas. I think that's salad. And I couldn't put it here. So I could only put it here or here. I don't want that fucking fruit. Unless I'm going to upgrade it. Upgrading it's the only reason I would want that. So then I'll probably go with this one to get me an extra flax. And then I could use the stockfish and not have to use the peas and the coin this time. So yeah, we're going to go there, pay 2, and that'll get me my stone and my thing. So now I can take these off and I can put the, don't turn it, you dick. I can put that on in place of it. Now the question is, do I want to do this? No, why would you do that, stupid? That's your thing that's getting upgraded. You don't want to do that. That's just dumb. It's just all around dumb. What the fuck am I doing? No, stop. Stop thinking. Thinking's bad, Bear. You know this. Thinking's just going to get you in trouble. Okay, now the Bear's done thinking. What's Tamara doing? She's upgrading. One thing to upgrade one time.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I love this game so much is because it's a competitive game where, for the most part, you're not competing. It can be a very friendly game where you help each other, but you're not really helping yourself to lose. You know what I mean? Because the only thing that I am competing with her with right now, other than the end game score thing, which doesn't really matter, is the spots that she takes that I can't have. So the only thing, if I was being ultra competitive at this, which I obviously aren't, word.
Mm-hmm.
is, I would say, oh, well, you don't want to do this one because this one isn't going to help you any. You want to take this one because I plan on doing this one, which I wouldn't do to her. But that's the only point where you're helping someone in the game or knowing what they're doing will change what you're doing. Unlike most competitive games where it's head to head the whole fucking time. And I don't like doing head to head games unless I'm playing against Junior, and when I'm doing that, well, I just know I'm going to lose. I've already forfeited that at the beginning.
Ooh.
Okay. What are you looking at?
Nice.
What's that?
Strategy.
Explain, please. For them, not for me.
No.
I won't take it from you.
Well, in the round 3 phase, I plan on doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I pay 1 ore and I receive any blue good with the tongs icon on it from the oval board.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on doing this also.
Okay.
And from this, we've got this has a tongs on it. This has a tongs.
Everything in this darker area should, right?
Yeah, has tongs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you can pay an ore to get some pretty good.
This one is a nice
Whoa,
size.
why did I do that? Yeah, but it's harder to place. You
if I
have
can
to
turn
have.
it.
Oh yeah, you can turn it. You just have to have the right place to put that, and it would fit in right here pretty well if you had something to put in the one slot, which would be another ore. But yeah, that's a really good action doing that one. Okay, so now I have 3. I've done my thing. I've gone to the market. Now I want to do this. So now I need to do an upgrade. Each time you use an action space with an upgrade 1. So it has to be, it has to be one of those 2. So it has to be the mountain strip 1 or the mountain strip 3. Because the other upgrades are 2s. So I have to take 1 resource and you may upgrade 1 tile, so I can do that one. Or if somebody wasn't a butthead, I could do this one, but somebody was a butthead and took this one. So I have to do this one, which will get me 1 ore off of here, which actually gives me an ore. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to take an ore, which gives me 2 of them. Now I can choose 1 good to upgrade 1 time, which
just
needs
be careful
to be
not
this.
I was about to say. Go ahead.
What?
I was to say, just make sure it's not one that's on your table.
Oh, I have to do this because I'm turning it to silverware. Now you may take an exchange of a barrel into silverware. So now I'm going to take that. So I just essentially turn mead into silverware for 1 worker because of this card. So now we confirm. So now I have a blue one that can go on my board in any place next to anything. The problem is I want it here, but I cannot currently put it there because this is not covered. And the reason why I want that is because I want to work on getting this done. But I can stick an ore there. So by using that ore I just got, I can get all of that covered. So now I'm going to get 2 coin income every round from here on out because I've got everything covered except for the bonus slot. Now I need to get another silverware to put up here to cover these. And then I will get my mead every round and make this even better. So I'm probably going to do the same thing I just did again next round if Tamara allows that to happen. And she's nerding. What are you thinking? Why does it say I have to take an action? I just did my action. You must take an action. What did you just do? Are you playing without us getting to peek at what you're doing? She's not letting you guys play along. She's being a meanie again.
No, it's still your turn.
No, I already played. While I was running my mouth, you had to have played.
No, I went to the rules book.
What the fuck is going on then? Okay.
You still have 2 people. I have none.
Oh, that's why you ran out of workers, so I get to play again. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know. I didn't realize you did. Yeah, you did a 3 and 2 too. So yeah, never mind. So now I can do 2 1s or 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Question is, do I want a Canar or do I want a whaling boat? If I get a that one's not bad either. That's a pretty nice action right there. Not that I'm doing it right now. So is that one. Pay 1 wood and 1 ore to receive 1 silver and a chest, which is a 2x2 blue. That's a pretty good fucking action right there. I could actually put that right here. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, we're doing that shit. Silver. Actually, no, we're doing this one. I don't need to do this. I just need to do this. So I'm going to do this, pay my stone, which then gives me this. So I can put this here, and then I can take one of my coins, which I'm going to get back as income. So now this gets me all the way up to 2 coins every turn from here on out. And I've completely surrounded my mead, so I will get a mead income every round. Now I need to work on getting the wood here for the next one. So that's what we're doing for this one. Now we have 1 worker left, and I can either get me a whaling boat, which would give me the ability to go whaling, which is where the fuck is the whaling thing? Whaling. Here it is. So that's only a 3-person thing. But doing whaling will get you an oil, a skin and bones, and a meat. Or you could do this one, which is the same thing. If you have a whaling boat, roll a 12-sided die, reduce it to 0 using spear cards, and wood to gain 1 oil, 1 skin and bones, and 1 whale meat. Reduce the result by 1 for each ore on 1 whaling boat, because that's something I completely forgot to tell you, Tamara. Your whaling boat, you can put an ore on it. If you fail, return 2 Vikings to your thing space and take 1 spear card and 1 wood. So, do I want to go into the whaling thing? They are pretty nice things. I need to do upgrades. What I'm thinking, so you guys can understand, is I need to upgrade to turn my barrel into silverware. Every time I upgrade something, I can turn a barrel into a silverware. This would give me a second way of doing that because instead of doing the mead to the barrel and then the barrel to the silverware, I could upgrade the whale meat and then use the barrel to turn into silverware. So this would go with that whole thing I'm doing with, holy crap, what am I looking for? Upgrade. So the whale meat would turn into a coat.
Ices. Oh, so that, yeah, the whale meat. Yeah.
So doing this would be a really good idea. I do have 2 spears. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy me a whaling boat. Also, by the way, your boats at the end of play, when we get up here, we can put boats on the feast. So the more boats you have, you can just slot this whole card right up there and pay them with a boat because you don't need them anymore. Rather than feeding them on the very last one is the only one you can do that with. And see here, I can put an ore on the boat. And I believe by putting an ore on the boat, it reduces the number by 1. Yeah, reduce by 1 for each ore. So I definitely want to put this ore on here before I go whaling. Oh, I guess I just click it. Okay. And so now I may place goods on the board before receiving my income. I have no more that I need to do. That's already done. So we hit done. Tamara's already done hers. What did you get your income up to?
Same thing.
Oh, you
Still
are
1.
at 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Next
now
round.
place goods on the feast board, which I've already done. So save and done for that. Now she's doing her feast. May place goods to receive your bonuses. I've already done that. So now I can get my bonus, which will give me a mead. We all get our workers back, and we get an extra worker. And it's my turn. Now, I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with this board. Because we do not get an income this time around. So I need to figure out what I'm placing here. Now, I could go to the weekly market and get me another fish. And that would work perfectly in there too. And I need to go to the weekly market because that is this, which will give me a stone and a meat. So now, question is she gonna be an asshole? Or do
What?
I want to say this to keep her? Do I want to say this and
I
her
told you.
do?
I'm telling you what I'm doing.
I know, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. I need these 2 slots.
Yeah, you can take them.
So
I'm
you're
not
not gonna.
doing it this. I can't. I'm not doing it this round. I
Okay.
already got what I grabbed last round.
Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because what I was thinking was, do I want to do this one now? That way I can keep you from doing it. Or do I want to do this and then do this and this back to back? Which, by the way, what are we doing? Oh, we only have 1 mountain strip. Are you taking shit from the mountain strip?
This round? No.
Thank God. Because I'm going to be taking 1 and 3. So I'm going to be emptying the first 4 spots on that. So there's only going to be 3 left. Okay. So for my first one, I'm doing this, which is then going to give me a second mead. And it gives me the fish. So then I can move this to here Put the fish there. My feast is done. I don't have to think about it. So now we get to see what crazy concoction Tamara has come up with. Because she's got everything planned out in her head. She's doing the tong thing that we talked about. So now she's going to get her big war axe. And by the way, the lawnmower's coming, so if y'all can hear it and it's annoying, let me know and I'll mute. Ah, that's what you're doing. Okay. Are you just...
Do I have to cover the income?
Yes, you absolutely have to. So are you going to just put coins on those? Now, if you can move this up one, the game's going to tell you can't because there's nothing underneath it. But if you can move it up one and find something like the blue, just ignore what the game's yelling at you for. The blue thing. This, like this linen right here. If you can get a hold of that, you could put that underneath. You see what I'm saying? So it would cover these 4 slots, which then that axe could sit on top of. But if you do that, put that axe back over there for a second. If you do that, is it going to cover up your income of stone? Yes. So you probably don't want to do that. You probably want to put it down there and just put a coin in each of those slots, or an oar, since you do have an oar. Though you have a whaling boat, you probably want to put your oar on your whaling boat. But it's going to cost you 2 coins to earn 3 coins every turn. It's worth it. Unless you have a use for your 3 coins you have.
Currently, no.
Then that's what I would do if I was you. And there's plenty of actions to get you coins too. Okay, so now that we did that, now we need to do this. We're going to take 3 resources, so we get 2 wood and a stone, which I need because I got to put them on this board at some point. That will allow me to upgrade one thing one time. Oh, I didn't fucking pick the thing. So we're upgrading this, and we're taking this. And we're confirming. So now I have essentially upgraded that free mead into silverware, which I can put here to help me get to the wood, or I can put here, which would probably be better because it'll help me get to the 2. So I now need something to go here, which we're going to work on. So we're just going to put that there. And now let's go look at what Tamara's thinking. I may play an occupation card. Which one are you looking at? Remember, this is points if you give a fuck at the end of the game. So that one is worth more than the other 2. And I also think that's a really strong card. Okay.
Well, considering I may send my boat out. I have 3 spears. Not this round, but I want to have it out and about.
You got a sword
Now,
too.
I
You can
still
use for
have-
pillaging at some point if you want.
Yep.
Just the pillaging is more I think it's a 12-sided die. Okay, so now we did one upgrade. Now we want to do the other upgrade. So we're going back to the mountain. We're getting an ore. We're upgrading the mead into the barrel, which we're also turning into silverware. I'm just filling this board with silverware, is what I'm doing.
Oh, you're a pain in the butt.
Oh, I know I am. Why am I paying the ass this time? And she just did that great big action we were talking about, where she makes that thing. Okay, so we're gonna save this here. Now, I need a 2 here or a 4 here, and a coin there, or a 2 here and a 3 there. So I can play 1 wood or an ore, and that would give me a 2 that would go right there. That would be absolutely perfect. This one would work as well, which would give me 2 rune stones, but she just took that one. So I can't have that one. Oh, why did I do? I should have done this one. I'm doing this one next time with my silverware. Then I can cover up all kinds of shit. I didn't even see that. I probably did see that. I probably talked about that and then completely fucking forgot that I talked about that. So I believe I'm going to do this. And I'm going to pay a wood. Wood is easy to get. And then I'm going to slot this here. And I'm going to put one of my coins here. So now I will get a wood income and a meat income next time around. And now it's Tamara's turn. Yeah, one person. Anything in the first column.
This is my new one.
Sledger. What's it do? Hunting game
Each
or
time
laying?
you take a hunting game or laying a snare action,
oh, it's
you
minus
receive
one.
-1 on each of your dice rolls.
Okay, that's
For
cool.
instance, a rolled 1 becomes 0. It reduces it by 1.
Yeah, that's perfect. Because you are doing the hunting and trapping thing. So that's perfect for you. So now you just need to play one of these that lets you play it, or you need to do a 4 that lets you automatically lay one out. You can't do it now because you only have one guy left, and you already took the play a card. But next time you can. So what are you looking to do in this time around? Upgrade 2 tiles. You
I
have 2
placed one
stone.
of my thing here.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to put your coins in right there. Unless you can find something to fit in that. But you definitely want to put one here so you can get your income up to 2.
I want to do another. I'm doing this again next round.
Okay.
Which means
1 second. That
do you need it?
no. Go for it. I can't do anything else. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I think.
I'm either done or I have one more action and I'm not planning on doing that action.
7.
Well, I want to know where you're trying to put that helmet. I'm worried. You're not going to try to cover up your wood income, are you?
No, right here.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to put coins on for right now.
Right.
Okay. I was worried you were going to stand it up to fill in the 2 and the 2 and the 2.
Oh.
Which would be bad because then you couldn't get your wood.
I can do this.
Mm-hmm. You might need to go check your hotspot. You're cutting out bad.
Oh, I can't sit these next to each other.
Yeah, you can. Blue can go next to blue. What are you trying
But
to
it's
do
not
that
letting
is...
me.
Try it. It's because you don't have a... Put a coin down there on that number 1, woman. Everything below and to the left has to be done. Now it lets you. So that'll get you up to 2 income. If you put a coin on there, on that other 2, you can go up to the next one, which I think is 3. Oh, or you can do that. Now that'll get you up to that income. And next time, if you can find something to put across here, or you get your chest that you were talking about getting, you can put it here, or that helmet right there laying down, if it's the right direction. Okay. So what's your action?
Going to up.
You have to choose 2. You can choose 2. You only chose 1.
Okay. So this, and this. Okay. My food's taken care of.
Okay. Now this is my last action. And I can go hunting, which needs bows, which I have 2 of. I'm doing a lot of upgrading. Yeah, let's do that. So I rolled a 6, which would take 2 wood and 2 of those. And I'd still lose. So screw you. 4, I could do with all that. We're going to try one more. Oh! Fuckity. I should have stuck with the 4. I could have done that one. Now I have a 7. And I cannot reduce a 7 with only 4 things. So I fail. Because I can't reroll again. So I failed. And by failing that, I get a wood back. So now I have 3 wood. So that's mine. Now, place goods on your board.
I already did.
So hit done. Now you've already done
I
your
already
piece.
did.
All right, now we get our income. So now you should have gotten, I think it's 3 coins. I got plus 3 coins. Yeah, it says right here, plus 3 coin income. So we're both getting the same income. And we also got all this foodstuffs. So now it is my turn. And I want to do basically the same thing I did last time, except I want to see if I can do this. Now, the only thing about doing that is that's going to play an occupation card, which I do not currently have. So I need to do a 3 that'll get me an occupation card. Problem is, if I do this one, she's going to skin me alive.
Nope.
Because
Go
she
ahead.
plans on doing that one.
Go ahead.
I thought you wanted that one.
I do. Go ahead.
I can do something else. 2 stone and 2 wood, a chest and a room. Think. Yeah, I need to get something in here. So I think that one would be fine. So let's do this one. And we can do it before, it's fine. Use that. They didn't give me my occupation card. Action in this column allow you to draw an occupation card. Why didn't they give me my occupation card? They did give me my occupation card. Forest blacksmith. Yep. Exchange ore on a crafting action space immediately before going to the mountain.
Get one resource from the mountain.
Okay. See, that's what's good about her reading, because I don't read. So that's any of these three here, where I can turn flax to linen, I can turn the linen and the hide into a coat and coins, or the one that she's wanting. So now to Tamara. What is Tamara doing? Playing 1 to 4. Why? Hold on. Why are you doing that? You don't have 1 to 4, do you? You have 3 to play. Never mind. I will shut my mouth. I'll shut my mouth. I didn't think you had that many occupation cards. Holy crap. Okay, so now it's my turn, and I think this is the point where we start doing the weekly market thing, which salted meat turns to linen. So we could do this one. This one. We could do this one, which it cost me 2 silver, which is fine. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get a piece of meat. And that should have given me confirm. Where's my ale? Oh, that gives me 2 salted meat. Holy shit. But where's my extra ale? I should have got an extra ale for that. Because this. Go there, get a stone, and an ale. Each time you use a weekly, you also receive 1 meat and 1 stone. The large active space in the 4th column also belongs to the weekly market. That's a livestock market, you moron. What did you just get done doing while I was yelling at myself?
Went to the mountain.
Ah. You did this one. You took 3 from one, 2 from the other. Okay. So now let's do this, but a little less stupid this time. And let's do this one. And now we have our meat.
Oh, I don't have that. Never mind.
What Tamara up to? Tamara gonna get her a longhouse. That's this card. The one on the left.
Yeah.
What the hell did you just do? I didn't see what you did. Oh, she got the longhouse. Okay. So now it's my turn. And I want to start trying to get this covered. Now, I could put this here and put this here. That'll get me a stone income. I need to put something here, but remember, we're not doing this stupid shit this time. We're going to try to do this, which I could put here. I've already got the shit covered. I could put coin there. So yeah, that would work. I can't do this time, though, because that action is a 4, and I only have 3. But I need to get the wool. And to get my wool, I need to upgrade one of those. And we have 3 of these. So we're going to do the take 1 resource from a mountain strip if she hasn't stripped the mountain completely, which she hasn't. So we're going to go ahead and do this one since she didn't
And
strip
you'll
the
get another
mountain
turn
yet.
because I'm out of people.
Oh, cool. Thank you. So now we can upgrade. Do we want to upgrade the horn? Yeah, because we can get them all the way upgraded. But I want to get one of these too. So I don't have enough upgrades for this. But this is going to pay off more right now. So let's do that. Upgrade one thing one time. Get our silverware. So now that's the silverware we're going to use next time to do this. Okay, so confirm that. And now we're going to upgrade again by going to the mountain. And we're going to kill that mountain strip and take 2 coins. And now we're going to upgrade this one. And that's going to give us another oil so we can turn it into another silverware. So now we confirm that. And now we need to do our placement. So if I do this, I need to put 3 coins in here, which will get me from 3 income to 5 income. So it'll give me 2 coins back. And that's my only real option for doing this. So that's what we're doing. Except I do have ore. I could pay to put ore out there. But I don't think we're going to do the ore thing. I think we're going to do this. So then that'll give me that. Now, I could, if I wanted to, put this here and put a coin there, and that would give me this runestone as well. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I think I'm just going to do this so I can upgrade this next time without using my ale. I may actually put the ale on the board this time because I want to try to get that robe thing done this time. So now we need to put some food on this board. So flex that, and then we can give them another day on flex. Oh, that's another thing I didn't tell you about, Tamara. I can't put this flax on my board right here because if I do, it's going to turn upwards. So I'm going to lose 2 spaces by doing so. You can't have 2, you can't feed them 2 of the same thing. But what I can do is I can put these worthless peas out here and then just throw a coin at them. So now mine's done. You got your goods on the board for the feast. She has her birds on her board filled. Save and done for me. Place goods, receive bonuses. Already done. She's doing her board filling, which she's done. And this is what her board currently looks like. So now, this was the round where we don't get an income, so keep an eye on your food. Because we don't have, but we both have tons of food. So I don't think it's an issue. Okay, so now we need to upgrade things. And I think we're going to do this. I think. Upgrade 3 tiles. We're going to do this. You may choose to draw an occupation card. Don't care. Isn't going to affect what I'm doing. So now we want to upgrade. And what we want to upgrade is this to milk. But we also at least want to upgrade one of those. And we technically only need one of these upgraded to milk. So we could also just do both of those, which would get me 2 green things that I can play on the board. And do I want to upgrade? Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade one of these flaxes too. What's a cabbage turn into? Cabbage turns into meat. Okay. Not worried about that. So that will give me my 2 linen, and it gives me a milk, and it gives me, what the hell? Oh, fish. I did the fish from the flag. Alright, so now it's Tamara's turn. Tamara going to the mountain. Oh, she's thinking again. Can always tell when she's thinking. It's quiet. Or she's muted and doesn't know it.
No, I'm not muted.
Okay. I never know. Junior and I are very talkative people.
I know, and I'm not. I
People are
apologize.
quiet. It's not normal. By the way, conversation we personally had a few days ago. Frustrated. She frustrates me constantly.
Sorry.
But remember the other half of what I said. The other half is the important part.
I'm doing this 2 times.
Okay.
Two different tiles 2 times. So I do that 2 times. And one of my baskets 2 times.
You have 3 occupations again?
Yep.
Holy crap. She's going to have all the occupations out here. Private chef. Oh, why don't I have that one? That's a silverware tile. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Look at that. She's got 5 fucking occupations. Where do you have room, time to do anything with 5 occupations? She's a hardworking woman.
Huh? Yes. Yes, I am.
She wears many hats.
I upgrade this, and I said I was upgrading this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I've got 7 workers, and we want to do this. But to do this, I need to get the wool, and I need to upgrade the milk to get the wool to do this. So we need to do this, which we always need to do this anyways. So we're going to do this. We're going to take a stone. We're going to upgrade this. Undo. There's an idiot. I don't have the barrel. It has to be the barrel to upgrade. I have the meat. I need to get the mead upgraded to the barrel. So instead of doing that, let's do something a little less stupid this time. And let's just do the upgrade 3 things. Then we can go ahead and upgrade the mead, upgrade that to get our wool, and then we can upgrade another one of these things, which is, well, we can actually upgrade the fish. Hold on, before we do anything, this here, that there. That takes care of that. So now I can do the salad, the cabbage, or one of my flaxes. I don't think I need the flax because I've already done the flax into the fish. I could do it again, but that's going to give me a fur. I don't know that I need that. I can do this again to start trying to work up to wool or a chest, or I could do this to work up to more linen. I think we're just going to do this. I think that's going to be fine. So now that is what I'm going to do this turn. So now we'll go look at Tamara. She's playing another occupation card, so that means she's doing a... Oh, she's doing one of the bottom play occupations, aren't you? Now she's turning a wool into that. She just took my action. You dirty, rotten turd, you.
No, not.
You are. You just took my turd. You just took what I was working on. She's a turd butt. You did. I just talked about I was doing that. All right, so now we're going to pivot to... I'm actually thinking I'm going to do this one this time. Because I've got 3 ore I have no use for it. That's going to do 3. It will give me another occupation card as well. That means I can only do a 2 next time. I need a hide. Where the fuck am I going to get a hide from? I can get a hide from hunting. Okay. So... can I do that instead? Pay a fur and a linen. If I go hunting, which I've got 4 fucking bows now. If I go hunting, what's the difference between these two? Are they exactly the same? They look exactly the same. So we're going to go do this. We're going to go hunting. I got a 4 and I got 4 freaking cards. I ain't fucking with it. We're going to just do done. Fuck the dumb shit. Okay. Now it's Tamara's turn. The big old meanie head that took my turn.
Big ol' meanie. No, I'm not a meanie head.
Okay, she went to the mountain. She's going to upgrade 1. What one thing you upgrade? She is kicking my ass. Look at that. She's got 51 points. I got 68. Now she's got 49. She's really kicking my ass. Okay. So now that we did that, we now have both of those. So now we can do this action for 2, which is going to get me coins and this coat. So I can put this coat out. Holy crap, dog's up. Okay. So I'm thinking we put this here. I'll cover up a whole lot of those. We can put something here that'll take care of that. And so she took that silverware action. We could actually do the linen, but I can do the same thing again next time. Let's go see what she's doing real quick. Which thing? Oh, you're doing the same thing I am. You're just placing shit on the board. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're putting that there. Okay. So I'm thinking we do this. We save this. Because I'm thinking I want to do this action next time if I can keep her off of it. I'll probably have to do it early. So we're going to keep the wool so we can do the linen, but I can also go hunting again to upgrade that again, which I might end up doing. We definitely want to keep the barrel. So I want to keep all 3 of these things. So I may just do this. Which do I want more, the ore or the... This will get me closer to getting more income. I do have 2 workers left. Is there anything with 2 workers I can do to get me... I can lay a snare, which would get me a pelt, which is a 2x4. 4. That wouldn't do... I couldn't put it here because it's green. I'd have to put it down here. Which would give me the runestone, but I wouldn't get that in time to put here. I could put coins there. We do have this one where we can upgrade 2 tiles. So I could upgrade this meat. That meat is going to turn into this. So we could do that, and we could place that over here. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Those need canards. We can't do that. Play a stone or an ore to play. Yeah, I don't need to play an occupation card. Yeah, I actually do. I have 2 of them. Fish cook. Feast with stockfish. Then place the stockfish in your house. Oh, so I'm going to feed them and then put it in the house too. And I don't have a house currently. I have this, which I really need. I have the stuff put on it. I really need to do so I'm not spending them. So the option is we do that or we do this. That will immediately get me this, but it doesn't get me that. So maybe we do this turn. Yeah, fuck it. Think long. So my
And then you go again for your.
Yeah, because you're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could do that, which would get me a chest. And then I could get an ore income. That. Give me a room. Oh, I could just do this. Yeah, I can do this. But if I do that, what am I doing for the other one? If I do that to make me another linen, okay, let's do this. That gives us another linen, which I can put here. I'm going to get another one of those. Oh, I can't because that's the wrong thing. Got plenty of coins, We just do that. And then we do this. And that gives me the ore income. And that gives me 6 coins for my regular income. Yeah, we're going to save that. And then we're going to do. What was I talking about doing? Talking about doing something. I don't know what it was now. Actually, I could do that. But I can't do that because I got to do this to get the house. So that wouldn't actually do me any good right now. I was thinking
You only
to
have
play
one.
this. Yeah, I only have 1 worker, so I can't do that. And this isn't going to do me any good right now either. What do we got on the mountain? I want to just go to a mountain strip. We have nothing on the mountain. She's ate the fucking mountain. So we're not doing that. Which means we can't do this. Which would upgrade. We could. We just wouldn't get anything from the mountain. Or we could do this. That just upgrades 2 tiles. We could do that. Yeah, screw it. We're going to do that. So we're going to upgrade this to a green one. And we're going to upgrade this. And that'll give me 2 green ones. So now I have more stuff there. So that'll work. Now, I cannot put any of this stuff on here because this is green. So I can't put that there. I could put it here, but I would have to get, if I do this, I have to put a coin here, and 3 coins there, which I have. Upgrading that turns into what? That, which I don't think really does me anything other than turning it blue. So I think this might be where we go. I could use this and put that there and put a coin there, which would allow me to do that. Because we can always get another one of these from this barrel. Yeah, screw it. If she screws me and takes my action again, she does. And she does have a silverware, so she absolutely could. Okay, so
Wow.
feast is done. Please get on the board through receiving bonuses. That is already done. She's done hers. We both get our income. So we now have our income, and it is my turn. And I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 workers, and we are one thing off from the end. So I'm getting this filled now, so I do not forget. That will get me up to negative 35 points. So I am only 3 points behind her now. So we need to go to the market again. Weekly market. We want to do this, which is paying 2. And by going to the weekly market, we're going to get an extra mead, an extra coin. I didn't technically need to do that, but we're doing it anyways. And now it's Tamara's turn. What's the Tamara doing? Oh, putting stuff on your... Oh, you got a board too. You got a longhouse and a freaking... Okay. So now that we did that, we need to do the upgrade thing, which the mountain is nice and open now. So we're going to do this. I'm going to take 3 pieces of wood. And now we want to upgrade this into a barrel. It upgrading into the barrel allows us to get our silverware. That gives me my silverware back. So now it's Tim's turn again. She's looking at doing the forging thing. Are you looking at for the main board or the longhouse?
Main board.
Okay.
Like right here. The long handle.
Yeah.
I'll leave.
Yeah, that one doesn't do as much good right now because we've been taking from the mountain so much we don't have room to take 2 from each strip because we don't have 4 strips.
No, it's this.
That's 4 from 1. I thought you were looking at the one below it, which is 2 from 4 different strips.
I have no wood.
Yeah. But I just took the first 3 things of wood off that mountain. You can only get 1 wood. I like to point out that you did put wood on your shed early. This is where you probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't mind because I have so much wood already. Can't do that because you don't have wood. And you can only get 1 wood unless you look somewhere else to get it. And I don't know where else on this board you can get wood from. Can I ask why you're thinking against doing the ore thing? You do only have 1 ore, which you still could put on your ship, by the way. But that's only if you're going whaling, which is what you're looking at. So you should probably put your ore on that ship before you do that if you're planning to do that.
Well, let's first.
Don't forget your food can go in your longhouse since you have so much of it. Why did you turn that one up? Why didn't you just put a coin there? You have
I have
14
3 of
coins.
them.
Yeah, but you can put them in your longhouse.
The orange ones?
Yeah,
Oh.
the houses can take food.
Oh. All right.
Which is where I need to get one. So now, since she didn't take it, which I knew she was looking at it, I'm taking it now before she does it next time.
I said I was leaving it for you.
I know. So now I'm going to play this one. And now we're going to exchange that for that. And we're going to exchange that for that. And confirm. So now I can play this like up here. Or I could do this. But I have to get rid of all of those and all of those. Now we could do so by doing this. I'm not going to get another option to do this. Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work anywhere. I'd have to upgrade that. We do have this we can throw in there. So if I upgrade this to a blue one, I could put that in there. That would work. And then I just have to put a couple coins down here. So I'm going to think about this, but I can't leave it there. One sec, let me get shit off my board. I'll save that there. Okay. Where'd Tamara go? What's up? What's your... The hell are you looking at?
Oh, okay.
So you got you the crown. Oh no, you got the anchor. Okay. Now
And
you can
then I
place
could
all your peas
that
all over the
there,
place.
and I could place there.
Mm-hmm. Now you can also put like green things on here if you choose to, but you can put your salad right next to. Oh no, you can't because it's yellow.
No, I
They
can't.
have to be
Yep.
red. Yeah, that sucks. You can put your wool
Or
there though.
wait a minute, I can. I can.
Okay.
I
You're
can.
turned upside
That's
down.
if I. Yep. If I do it this way,
Yep. Then you can put your.
then
Nope.
oh no,
Nope.
not
You
that
gotta
one.
do the salad. There you go.
Then this one.
Now you only have 2 spots you need to get covered to get the full 17 points. So you can just throw money on there.
That one's
There
done.
you go. That completes that. That's 17 points. Nice job. Okay. So now we were just talking about I want to do this and I want to do this. So I need to upgrade this to go there. Now, if I do this, that's going to allow me to upgrade a barrel, which I have. So now we're going to take one resource. We're going to take another damn wood that I really don't need. We're going to upgrade this. Cannot save as you have. Oh, it's because it's on the board. Okay. So, oh, I can't upgrade. Okay, so now that upgraded to this, I can also choose to do that. So now we can do this. We can do this. We can grab. I might as well just shove this right here. And then we just put a coin here. And that lets me get all of that done. Now, am I going to upgrade the wool again? Where did I upgrade the wool last time? I don't remember. Oh, that was this one, which I've already done, so I can't do. So I'm thinking, since we're just about done with this shit, we need to kind of start thinking about getting rid of all of this stuff. So if I put that there just to get rid of it, I have 18 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That would leave me 3 spots from being able to cover that one. So that wouldn't work. So I'm gonna take this off momentarily, and we're just gonna save it like that. And so now Tamara's up. Tamara's turn. What's Tamara looking at? You going pillaging?
Uh-uh.
You do have 3 swords, but that's 12 frickin'. That's a D12 you gotta roll instead of an 8. The hell does that say? Sail patcher?
Yes. After you play this card, as soon as you have 3 or 4 large ships. If your round income at that time is at most 4, 9, or 30 silver, you immediately, and only that once, receive 321 wool.
But that means you have to have 3 large ships, which you only have
I
one,
know.
right?
Uh-huh.
That one's worth 3 points. Is that one any good for you?
Mm-hmm.
Would have been better earlier on since we're only going to have one more no harvest.
I know.
Going whaling, huh?
Okay.
Nice job. Okay, so I have 2 workers left. So I have 1 turn left or 2 turns left, depending on what I choose to do. And what I'm thinking about doing is getting me a stone house. Stone house would be this one. I think this is the stone house. That's the long house. That's the shed. So it'd be this one. And I can put food on that one. I don't think I need this bigger one. So now with that, I can do this and this to get that taken care of. And then I can start putting some of this crap down here, like that. Didn't I have a card for... Did I already pay it? Did I play it already? I did. So I can do... I think she just played on me and I didn't get to see what she was doing because I'm paying attention to my shit.
I just upgraded 2 of my cards.
Thank you, ma'am. You can't do that. I don't want to use the mead. I may just pay these assholes. To be perfectly honest, I could do this. Problem is that uses the peas that I was thinking about putting here. But what I could do is I could take the peas off and that off. We could take the flax off. We can put this big bastard down there. And then we could just put 2 coins in there. pay their asses off with 2 coins. And then we can put the peas down here. And then I don't have any. Yeah, I can't put flax that way. I'd have to upgrade it. We could just do the mead thing. I've been here once, but I could go there again. It would just give me a P, and that would give me another one. And I can't upgrade because I've already done it. So saving that mead really isn't doing me anything. So I could just do that. And then just put coins down here. That would be fine. That'll get that completely done. And give me a fur for next time. So that'll take care of that. Now I'm in the positive points. I have 2. And that got rid of some of this crap. Now what I need to do is I need to upgrade some of this crap into green crap. So what do we got that is 1 or 2 that'll let me upgrade? I can do this one when it's my turn. Stop trying to play when it's not your turn. Okay, so what's Tamara doing? You got your piece set. Now remember, there's no income next time. Something I completely forgot. So we're going to have to pay them next time, but we can also pay them off of boats.
Can we put the animals on the board?
They're red, they can't go on the main board. You have to do an upgrade to get them to green.
Hmm. There's not much I can do.
You could go trapping. That's only 2. You could steal wood from me that you need. Nice job.
Okay.
Oh, and you got a Viking back as your thing. I forgot about that.
Yep.
And I'm done, so you get to go again.
I have 3 swords. There's nothing I can do with swords.
Yeah, you could try to go raiding, but you have a Canar, right? No, you have a whaling ship. So no. And you don't have a wood, so you can't, or you need 3 wood, 2 wood, something like that. Tamara, you have a ton of green shit that are all different. Why don't you do the switch any green shit into blue shit action? 5th up from the bottom.
Where?
5th up from the bottom. 1 person, not 2. You only have one worker left. Does that take a Canar though?
If you have a Canar,
Fuck. Next time you need to do that. Because then you can turn all that green shit into blue shit. You just need to get a Canar next time, so you need wood next time. You have a stone. What is up one? You can get you a rune stone and a coin for your one stone if you don't need your one stone.
I don't think I need it. We have one more round after this, or what?
Yes, we have one more round. Okay. So now it's your turn to place your stuff. I think I've already placed everything I plan on placing. Placing this isn't going to do me any good.
I can't place anything. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to upgrade all that green shit to blue shit next time anyways, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you might not, unless you want to, to get income, you could place 3 coins. All you need to do is upgrade that 4, and you'll get the next coin up, which is what, 5? It's essentially paying 3 coins to earn a coin, so maybe not the best option.
But this is all the things I can place currently.
Okay. So then hit that you're done. Alright, goods on the piece board. We've both already done ours. Save and done. Place 1 stockfish in my house, which I forgot, and I had no place to do anyways because I put that, so I just completely lost that as an option. Goods on the board before receiving the bonuses. They are already done. So now we get all our stuff. And now we have 12 workers for this round. And now is when you want to get everything placed. You want to basically focus just on getting things on the board. So let's go see what Tamara's doing.
I can get me some wood.
I don't know that I would go for that expensive an action just to get some wood. How much wood do you need? Because remember, you're doing the green action, or I think you are. You only need 2 wood to get you a boat to be able to turn all that green shit into blue shit. Now, if you need to turn like your fruit bowl, your cabbage, and that shit into green shit first, then maybe that would be a good idea. I just didn't want you to turn green shit into blue shit that you're going to be able to do for a level 1 action. Know what I mean? Okay. So now I want one of these 2. she's taken the Canar. So I'm obviously not doing that. And I don't need to do any of these because I don't have a bunch of green shit. So I don't need the Canar. Do I want to get the long ship though? And I don't know that I would buy a Canar for 8 coins. The long ship is worth 8 points. So if I was worried about points, doing this would be a good idea. I could draw an occupation card, which I don't need. I think what I actually should do is either get a longhouse or an island, because I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be... What do we got for islands right now? Ooh, Bear Island. Didn't even know that was an island. This is 22 points off. So I definitely don't want that. Yeah, it is too late for me to get an island because I don't have enough shit to put on here. Bear Island has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 coins on it though. So 6 coins could come off of that 22. So 12 and 6 is 18. That's only 4 slots I would have to fill to be able to get, to make it break even. The income means nothing because I waited too damn late to do it. The only thing is if I could make points off of it. Because that's all this round is about, is can we make points? And I honestly don't think, I think it's too late for me to worry about doing something like that. I think I'm just going to do this if she doesn't take it before I get there. So I think I'm going to first, what do we got from mountain strips? There's 2 wood. I really have no use for that damn wood. So I think I'm just going to do this. Take one of those pieces of wood, upgrade this into a barrel, upgrade the barrel into the silverware, and as long as she doesn't take that, I can throw another one of these right here to cover up a bunch of that. She's getting Canar. So she can go trading, which also gives her 5 points because both boats are worth 5 points. So now I'm going to do this. Play an occupation card. Exchange ore on a crafting action space immediately before going to the mountain. Okay, so now we're doing this. And we're doing this. So now I can take this, slot it here. My turn's done. And we can take this, and we can put it, say, here-ish. Ooh, that's bad. I have no place to put that coat. You might want to mute a second. I can hear the youngin. What am I going to do with that coat? Shit. I think I'm buying an island. I don't think I have an option to buy an island. Any island requiring one. What did you end up deciding to do?
I already did it.
I know, but that's why I'm asking what you decided to do because I wasn't paying attention.
Overseas trading.
Oh, you did your trading thing and holy crap, look at all that bullshit. Okay. Greenland Bear Island is that one. And that one requires a canard or a longship. So I guess I'm getting a longship, which is going to draw me another occupation card. The 3, 4, 5 special tiles. If the harvest phase of each round with no harvest, if you then have 3, 4, or 5 special tiles, you receive silver. I don't have any special tiles, so that means absolutely nothing to me. Okay. So I think we're gonna save that. She's getting a special tile, so she must be doing this action again. She likes that action. She's getting a big ass hammer, huh?
And a shield.
Ooh, nice. Alright, so I have ore I can throw on here, but that has only for the pillaging action. Increase it further with swords and stone. I only have 1 stone. I have 2 swords. Turn 1 Viking, 1 sword card. Do I want to go pillaging? I'd have to do this one if I did. But right now, we want to look at getting an island. So, I think we're going for Bear Island because, well, it's fucking Bear Island. And if I do, because I need to get that coat used, I could put the coat here, but to do so, I have to knock both of those off, and I have to fill all of these spots here. Okay.
And I can give them fishing boats, right?
Yeah, you can take these
Mr. Brown?
boats and put them up there. Yeah. So, island. Where the fuck do I buy islands at? I forgot where we buy islands at. There. Okay. So we want to do this. What do you mean none of those islands are available? It's right fucking there. What the fuck are you talking about? Shetland?
If
Oh,
you have
wrong one. Wrong one. I needed the 2. I'm an idiot. That's why I bought the bigger boat. Okay. now I have an island down here, so I can get this put on here, and it pays better if I put it here, but then I gotta fill all of this. The only thing that matters right now is the ones that I'm covering, which that covers a whole bunch of empty shit that does nothing. Is there anything? Stone house. What do we have for? Nope, that's not the houses. That's the houses. Stone house. Wood and stone. Wood and stone I have. Just debating on what I'm doing with the. I think I can give them both of my boat. So then I only need that. No, I'm not gonna buy a stone house. What do we got on the mountain? Wood, stone, and ore. Can't do that. I could do that. That would use some of my wood, which is going to go to waste at the end. I could do that, but then I'd have to do something else. I have so much ore. The ore is going on the board. That's going to give me a 2 tile. That's going to give me a 2 by 2 tile. So we're just going to do this. We're going to pay it with wood. And we can sit that up here. Or I could just put it there. And we're going to put the ore down here. How many tasks you got left? How many workers you got left?
2.
So what are you doing? Holy crap, look at that board. What you thinking about? Do you have any occupation cards that are worth money? Or worth points? Not the ones you currently have out, the ones you have that you can play.
Up
Because
here,
you've got
I have.
Yeah, like that
This
would
one
give you
has
an instant 3
3
points. That would give you 2.
and 2. So
Unless you see something better that you can do. That wouldn't be a bad option, just to get you a couple extra points. Alright, so now she's doing her goods. I need to do mine. So that takes care of that. And we're just going to fill as much of this up with coins. Which lets me do that. So now I can save that. Not save as you have an error. Oh, it's because I got to get this one done. And I hate that this is up here. Can I? Oh, I can do this. Okay. So now I need to do this. That lets that get done. Now, it really doesn't matter where I put the rest of these. I just need to start filling in as many of these negative ones as I possibly can on both of my boards, ignoring all of the empty spaces and all of the bonuses, because those aren't going to give me jack shit. So I can do that, save that board. So now it's made me the full 12 points. So now we're just going to start covering up as many of these as possible. So now save and done. Place goods on your feast board. I thought we could put the boats up there. Why can't I move a boat up there?
I couldn't either, that's why.
Did you look at the rules? Because we're supposed to be able to give them boats. Which I just screwed up because I didn't save coins to put on my feast board. And we can't undo shit. Like you could if we were playing the actual thing. Because I could take these 3 coins back off of here and throw them in there to do that. So I'm probably going to lose points since we can't figure out how to put the damn boats on there. I swore we could put the boats on there. Alright, well, save and done. You'll receive a penalty, I know. I have no more goods to put on my board, so I am done. But apparently I still won the game.
Yeah.
How in the hell did I win the game?
Barely.
So, there's my board.
Only by 10 points.
Yep,
11
39 to
points.
51. So, I think we did pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I fucked mine up. This island should have got bought way before I bought it. And I knew I should have too. And I also screwed up with this because I didn't get that bonus because I couldn't put the fish on here. I should have put something where I could have used that. And it would have been nice if I'd have used this one before that as well. But I had fun whether I screwed it up or not. Did you enjoy this game?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay. I kind of figured this would be something right up your alley because it's a lot of collecting of things and that kind of shit. So, do you want to try something different? Do you want to try another one of these?
Yeah, we can. I got my kids over this. All my kids over. So.
Oh, well then fuck off. Go spend time with your kids.
Tomorrow we can play a different game.
Okay. Alright, have fun with the kids. And I hope all of y'all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Oh, and unless I can wrangle Crazy around, which she's off right now, so probably gonna go do some more mech farming after this. So if you want to go watch me do some mech farming, hang out. I'll refresh the game in just a second. We'll stream in just a second. loading up Lightyear right now. Since I upload this to YouTube, I gotta refresh the stream, so I will start it and stop it and start it back again here in just a second. So if you don't automatically get put in there, which you should, just hit refresh. See you in a minute for Lightyear Frontier.